What is good, everybody? You guys are tuned in to another segment of DJ Sports Play. And in today's segment, we will be discussing the wild card matchup that just went down this past Monday between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We will also be discussing the coaches that just got fired after their team's disappointing losses. So without further ado, let's get into it all. So first up, we are going to start by talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers game against the Texans. And in the first half, it was ugly on the Houston side of the ball. CJ Stroud had two fumbles forced on him that resulted in turnovers. Jack Sawyer recovered a fumble. And yeah, it was bad from there on Houston side. They couldn't get the offense going. It seemed like it was Pittsburgh Steelers D-line. It was pressuring CJ pretty much the entire first quarter. And even in the second quarter, he was getting pressured. He didn't know what to do with the ball. He was making bad mistakes. But at the end of the day, it was really just Pittsburgh Steelers defense knowing when where to attack them and how to get the ball out. They were going at the ball basically all night. That's what you got to do in the playoffs. You got to be able to force turnovers. But, I mean, in terms of the second half, it was a totally different story. I mean, we know that in the first quarter that Christian Kirk scored that touchdown, and it set the tone for Houston's offense. They had a little momentum going right there. And, all the Steelers can muster the whole game was field goals. Like, I already knew going into this game that the Steelers' offense was going to struggle. Like, Houston's defense is no joke. They have the pass rush. They have the secondary. They have the linebackers. They're good on all three levels on defense. They know how to stop the run. They know how to get after the pass rusher. And Aaron Rodgers isn't mobile. He's 42 years old. He can't move. He can't juke. He can't do anything. He's just a stationary type of quarterback. Now, we know that prime Aaron Rodgers can make great throws. And even now, Aaron Rodgers can make great throws at times. But he's not the same prime Aaron Rodgers that he was years ago, where he can make any type of throw and it will be on target most of the time. Like, he not that same QB anymore. It's just what it is. But I gotta give Houston credit for this game. They basically dominated in the second half. Like, it was ugly. Like, I feel like Steelers fans were probably leaving the stadium once the fumble happened and, Aaron Rodgers kept getting sacked and the 3-and-outs kept happening. They left the stadium early. Like, they put the terrible towels down basically because they knew their team was sucking. Like, they knew it was wraps. But enough. I'm just saying that as a biased Ravens fan, but I still respect y'all Steelers fans, even though y'all lost pretty bad. It was a disappointing loss. Y'all had a chance to finally win a playoff game, and it just didn't go your way. Houston was the better team. They looked like the better team, mostly on defense, because their offense was struggling until the second half. They really didn't do much. It was basically CJ Stroud getting carried by his running backs. His running back, Woody Marks, and the defense doing their job to get stops. That's just how the game went. And after the game, CJ Stroud was basically saying that, like, bye, y'all, like, he don't care, like, y'all can call him anything, say anything to him, but at the end of the day, they won. He just took y'all out the playoffs. Y'all right in Cancun. Like, there's nothing you can really do now. Y'all are gone. And, man, after the game, Mike Tomlin unfortunately stepped down. Like, he's been a coach there for 19 years. He's been propelling the Steelers to win the seasons. He's never had a season where he's had a losing season. Every season has been a winning season, whether it's been 500, over 500. He's never had a losing season as a coach, and you have to respect him. You have to applaud him for that because most coaches cannot do that. Like, the consistency that Mike Tomlin had is basically elite. Like, you don't see a lot of coaches having winning seasons over and over again. They'll have winning seasons for years and have a losing season, or just keep having losing seasons and then have a winning season. Like, you don't see that type of consistency often. So I gotta give Mike T his credit for that. But he unfortunately stepped down. I saw Steelers fans were thanking him on IG and all that, but Mike Tomlin just, even himself thought it was just time to move on to something else. Now, will he get a job somewhere else? That's up to question, but we'll find out soon if he's going to be on a new team, or he's just going to do other jobs outside of football. We'll see soon. But yeah, that game was basically what do we call it now? BTA. That game was cool in the first half, but once that second half hit, Houston started figuring them out. And DK didn't even do much. What do you have, like four receptions for 42 yards, no TDs? Like, that's pitiful. You're supposed to be the wide receiver one. You're getting paid $100 million. You're supposed to be the threat, and you won't even show up in the playoffs. Now, we know you got suspended for punching a fan, which was stupid. Like, you're an NFL player. You should be focused on other things. Like, but it's crazy. Like, you should be setting the tone on that offense, and you got locked up. Same with, like, TJ Watt. He got locked up. He had 0 sacks the whole game. And he's supposed to be one of the best defensive players in the league. Even last season in the playoffs, he had 0 sacks. Like, I feel like that needs to be a conversation that needs to be had about TJ Watt. Like, should y'all keep paying him because he doesn't show up in big games? Like, sure, he's good in the regular season, but when it really matters, where is he at? He's a ghost. He disappears. Like, he doesn't do anything to help the team. Like, as Steelers fans, I'd be mad. Like, why are you not doing anything? Why are you not producing in big games? We know what you can do in the regular season. You've won Defensive Player of the Years. Why are you not doing anything? I feel like the O-line, too, was crumbling bad. Like, I'm surprised Arthur Smith not fired yet. He's terrible. He was awful with Atlanta. Like, you thought it was going to be any different on Pittsburgh? He's terrible. He has kindergarten, high school schemes. It's easy to predict. If I was the defense, I would be licking my chops. KFC, finger licking good all day long. That's how bad their offense is. It's so predictable. It's literally run, pass, then point. Run, pass, 3 and out. That's how their offense runs. It's ridiculous. It's trash. It's boring. The Steelers fans did not like that all season with Arthur Smith. That's all he did. It was the same concepts. It was easy to predict. It was easy for a defense to read. Like, it was terrible. Like, I'm surprised he didn't go with Tomlin. You should step down too. You're not good. Like, honestly, like, I'm just being honest. But yeah, that's basically how that game went. So Houston will be moving on to play the Patriots, which that is going to be a great game. And I mean, that game could really go either way because both teams have been playing well on defense, but I just feel like the Patriots have a better offense. It's going to come down to Houston's offense actually showing up. But, yeah, that's what I thought of the whole game, and I'm going to start talking about the coaching firing. Starting off with Kevin Patullo. He has been fired as the Eagles offensive coordinator. And that firing was pretty warranted, buddy. That firing was definitely warranted because you're awful. There's no other way to put it. You are a terrible offensive coordinator. How did the Eagles go from having a Super Bowl caliber offense last year, winning the Super Bowl, to straight looking trash this year on offense, like doing nothing creative at all? The offense was so predictable. It was either 5-yard flats, A.J. Brown running the same crossing route, or it was 4 verts. We got to talk about that last play. Why are you running 4 verts back to back to back? Any defense is just going to line up and call the same defense and know how to stop it. What type of play calling is that? Where's the creativity? Like, if I'm a defense, I'm just going to be like, oh, yeah, it's over. I'm locking this up because it's the same play that I've seen before. Like, Kevin Patullo is terrible. He's an awful offensive coordinator. He is terrible. He's only there for 1 year. After that 1 year, they packed him up just like that. Like, come on, Kevin Patullo. The whole league knew you were gone. Even people who weren't Eagles fans knew you were gone. That's how awful you were. Like, it was high school play calling. It's something you would call on varsity that's easy to predict. It's bad play calling. It's so easy to read. It's so easy for another team to catch on to what your offense likes to run. And that's why I feel like y'all got eliminated in the 49ers game. The offense was predictable. Jalen Hurts wasn't looking as sharp. Like, Saquon wasn't really doing much. Like, it wasn't good at all. And it doesn't help that the O-line isn't as good as it was last year. The Eagles' O-line was a brick wall last year, was dominant. They were good at pass protecting. They were good at run blocking. They didn't do any of that well this year. It was all terrible. The defense was easily shedding blocks, getting in the backfield, stuffing plays on the other team. Like, they were getting to Hurts way easier than they were last season. Now, I know Lane Johnson got hurt, which didn't help their case, but at the end of the day, there's no excuses. You have to be able to do your assignment. But on to the Chargers OC, Greg Roman. He's also been fired. And yeah, that was really warranted too, because Greg Roman was also a terrible OC. You lost 16-3. Justin Herbert doesn't have one playoff win. Justin Herbert is 0-3 in the playoffs. That got to be talked about. How do you not have a playoff win yet? You've been in the league for years. You basically get put in the same conversation as Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, those type of QBs, and you don't have a single playoff win? Don't you think that's a little crazy? Like, you've been in the league this long. Like, we know what you're capable of in the regular season. You're a great quarterback in the regular season. It's the league of what can you do in the playoffs. You have to be able to improve and strive in big games, and you haven't done that. The Chargers scored 3 points the whole game. That's disappointing. That's actually embarrassing. Now, Greg Roman, he's been there for 3 years, 2 to 3 years, around that time period, and it's been awful. He's not creative. Even when he was with Baltimore, he was not creative. It was the same kindergarten routes. It was the same predictable run scheme. It was easy to read if you were on the other team as a defense. You will be like, oh, yeah, we about to get a sack. People were just ready for whatever was coming because your offense is predictable. It's easy to diagnose what's coming on the other side of the ball. It's boring. It's stale. It's trash. Anyone can read that, Greg Roman. Like, you don't understand that? And you have the weapons. That's what's even crazier. You have Ladd McConkey. You have Quentin Johnston to use. You have running backs that can be useful in the passing game as well. And you can't call it creative offense. Like, I know Justin Herbert was getting killed, absolutely killed by his own line. Like, I felt bad for him. I haven't watched the game. It was terrible performance by O-line. But, bro, you got to know if the O-line is terrible, adjust, Greg Roman. Adjust. Call more play action. Get Herbert to run outside the pocket instead of leave him back there as a sitting duck. Like, you don't understand that. Like, you can't just leave a quarterback back there with no line or he's going to die. He's going to get killed. Like, see, that firing was warranted because Greg Roman just doesn't think. He's not as smart. He's not bright. He's not as bright. If you were bright, you would know how to adjust. Like, it's just the truth. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's just facts. Like, that firing was expected. Now, the Chargers will be on a new look for an offensive coordinator. Hopefully someone that could get Justin Herbert a playoff win and maximize his abilities because it hasn't been looking good. And the clock is ticking basically on Justin Herbert if he can't get the playoff win. It's going to be a lot of questions of, should we get a new quarterback in the draft? Should we go and get one in free agency? Like, if you don't get a win soon, you're going to start getting questioned. Just like every other quarterback that doesn't get the job done. You're going to be criticized by analysts. It's just how football works, especially now. Like, that's how it works. But, yeah, it was pretty much warranted, Greg. Like, you're getting kicked out no matter what. Because your offense didn't score a single touchdown. Point blank, period. It was awful. Straight awful. And, like, it's crazy because in my last episode, I called for these firings. I was like, they need to be fired. And look what happened. They got fired. They got sent off to do another job. Like, that's really how crazy it is. But yeah, man, like John Harbaugh too. He's also been fired. Oh, let's talk about that. John Harbaugh got fired by the Ravens. I know it's a little old news, but he's been fired after basically 18 seasons with the Ravens. And man, like, it was warranted. Like, you have a superstar quarterback in Lamar Jackson, and he hasn't been to one Super Bowl. He's been to an AFC Championship game. I was there actually at the AFC Championship game. Great time. But he's been to one AFC Championship game. He hasn't been to one Super Bowl. Like, John Harbaugh, you knew your time was coming, bro. And it was coaching malpractice all season. You were lying talking about we had the best 5 linemen out there. You know Faalele's not a good lineman. He was falling down all the time. You could put me on the defensive line and I'm getting past him. That's how terrible Faalele was. Any fan in the stands could get past Faalele. That's how bad his blocking was. And you were saying he's the best out there? He's the best option? When you had Emory Jones right behind him, ready to take his spot? Like, the coaching malpractice, it was tiring. Even Steve Bisciotti discussed it in the press conference. It was tiring, Harbaugh. It was the same. We were doing the same thing every year, going to the playoffs and losing. It was failure after failure after failure. You kept failing the team. You knew your time was up. Like, come on. Like, be for real. You weren't helping us out at all. And to be, like, honest, like, all right, I'll give Harbaugh his props. He got us that Super Bowl ring. Like, he coached us there. But, bro, that was years back. It's what are you doing for me now league. Like, of course, they're going to talk about what you did in the past, but what are you doing for me now? Are you going to keep winning? Are you going to keep getting the Super Bowls? Are you going to keep contending? Like, Harbaugh can't actually coach. He's only known for special teams. He can't scheme an offense. He can't scheme a defense. He's not good at any of that. Why do you think he's had 18 double-digit chokes? That's another thing. If you have 18 double-digit chokes in the fourth quarter, why do you think you should keep your job? Like, you're awful. There's no other way to sugarcoat it, to put it in a nice way. If any other coach did that, they would be gone instantly. That's embarrassing to choke all those leads. When you have the lead, you have to maintain the lead and know how to adjust. Harbaugh cannot adjust. He had to rely on his coordinators. And even at times, the coordinators weren't good at adjusting to the game plan. Like, come on, man. You knew what you were doing was failing. Why keep doing the same thing over and over again? Even us as fans were saying the O-line was bad, saying the pass rush was bad, and you kept marching the same people out there every Sunday. No wonder we went 8-9, because it's the same crap. It's the same thing every time. And you don't think sitting in the stand saying, damn, man, like, nothing has changed? We're just going to keep losing the same way? The defense is just going to keep sucking? Like, not making a change at all? Like, it's crazy. But, yeah, I just had to talk about that firing because, man, he's been on the team for a long time, and I didn't even think Steve Bisciotti had the guts to do it. I thought he would keep him. But, man, Steve Bisciotti said this one quote in the press conference. The reporters asked him if Tyler Luke made that field goal kick, would he still be the head coach? And Steve Bisciotti said, for a week. That means he was gone regardless. Even if we won a playoff game, he was still gone, which is crazy. It was funny, but it was crazy. Like, man, you just got to sit there and think, like, wow, that's really how Steve Bisciotti felt. He actually cares, and he wants to make a change. And now we're going to be on the search for a new head coach. And if I were to pick for us, I either want Brian Flores or Clint Kubiak. Simple as that. Clint Kubiak, he's doing a great job with the Seattle Seahawks this year. As their OC, and Seattle is just like 2 games away from making a bowl if they win. And Brian Flores, he's been a defensive mastermind for the Vikings this year, leading them to victories and knowing how to scheme up. So I feel like he would be a great motivator for Lamar Jackson, a new voice, someone that isn't going to sugarcoat and is going to hold everyone accountable if they're not doing their job right, which is what we need. But yeah, man, this was another episode with Darren, your own, on DJ Sports Play. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at DJ Sports Play. Also follow me on YouTube and comment, subscribe on YouTube at DJ Sports Play. I will see you guys later. This has been another episode of DJ Sports Play, and I'm signing off. Peace.